My name is Fawzi Hanano. I'm Chief Development Officer at Cornish Metals. So at South Crofty, we're sitting on a resource of about 6 million tons, grading 1.5% on average of tin, making this one of the highest grade tin resources in the world, highest that's not currently in production. I don't think anyone can get on their day anymore without tin somewhere in some shape or form. It's in our mobile phones, our computers, our cameras, our cars. Anything with an electrical or electronic connection contains tin.
I'm Don Turvey, CEO of Cornish Metals. Cornish Metal bought South Crofty in 2016, when this mine stopped in 1998. They didn't stop because there was no tin left. It really stopped because of the tin price at the time. Really, they saw an opportunity to actually bring something into production, and the fact that this is like a brownfields expansion, existing infrastructure. And I think that really lured them across here, and to the extent that we now are divesting all our North American assets, and we should be done by that towards the end of the year.
Well, South Crofty is our main asset here in Cornwall in the UK. This is an underground tin mine, a very high-grade tin mine that was in operation for about 400 years before it closed in 1998. And Cornish Metals is looking towards bringing this back into production in 2028.
My name is Lauren Beveridge and I'm Chief Geologist for Cornish Metals. I'm in charge of a team of geologists, and we take care of any drilling that needs to happen underground, face mapping, 3D modelling of all the geological features, and then we're also responsible for calculating the tonnage and grade of what we've got left at South Crofty.
Behind me you can see the new cook's kitchen shaft. Underneath is, and this is the head frame, underneath is the shaft that goes all the way down to about 770 meters. We are currently dewatering the mine and refurbishing the shaft. We're down about halfway, about 360 meters.
South Crofty is really unique in terms of its heritage. It's been an operating mine for over 400 years before it closed. But it's really exciting to bring the project into the modern era of mining, and we can make a huge difference in terms of our impact on the local economy. It's in a really unique position in terms of its accessibility, enables lots of people to work in a beautiful place without having to travel big distances to get to work. So it really is a unique project when you consider worldwide tin mines.
It's around regulatory issues. What we found here, which is actually remarkable, the fact that we are permitted, so we didn't have to cross those hurdles. And yes, there are things from an environmental perspective you still need to do. We found the people very supportive, and I think ultimately it's about getting funding. I think that's the biggest hurdle for any project, getting that funding. We were very excited to be able to do that funding. Getting the National Wealth Fund to join us, I think that was a huge win for this project.
So my name is Charles Larty, and I'm what's called Head of Markets with the Department for Business and Trade. And what I do is I work with our embassy teams across North America and South America and enable investors who are looking to either enter or scale in the United Kingdom. These are very complex operations, very complex from a health and safety perspective, but also from a planning perspective and also from an environmental perspective. And I guess that the final part is finance. Finance is always a big challenge for companies through schemes such as the National Wealth Fund, through things like the incentive schemes that we have for business, and actually through the strong financial markets we have in places like London. We do make it easy for companies to access the finance they need to grow.
So when comparing South Crofty to other mines that I've visited all over the world, one thing that's very important that we get here is a strong community support. Having a social license to operate a mine is paramount. Without it, you cannot operate. And given that there's a strong historical heritage of mining in Cornwall, with tin mining dating back to the Bronze Age, it helps to have the local community behind us, local government and the UK government behind this to make this a success.
My A-level geology teacher really inspired me to study geology at higher education, and she encouraged me to come down and apply to the Camborne School of Mines, which I did, and I did 4 years there, and it gave me a fantastic basis for the industry, taught me loads of practical skills that I would need out in the wide world, and I was able to get a job straight away in Australia learn all those great skills that I've needed ever since.
We've got 80 people that's currently on staff. We're planning to grow that to over 300. So that's had a major impact already. You know, and all the contract work that we're currently doing, it brings employment into the area. I mean, all the work that's currently going on site, the different contractors, we see that that potentially could grow another 1,000 jobs potentially in the area.
I suppose I'll put the level of support we've given in three buckets. So it's the finance and grants, the advocacy, and then the ministerial support. So let's take the first. I think the highlight is the 28.6 million that has come through from the National Wealth Fund. But that, I suppose, precedes a whole range of other actions that have been taken by a long list of actors. On the advocacy piece, it's about helping, I suppose, cross-government departments understand the importance of the South Crofty mine. And then the third bucket, I guess, is the ministerial interest. Without that, I suppose we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be in the position where we would have secured the monies from the National Wealth Fund.
Any mine like this, an underground mine, you need about 50,000 items to run a mine. And that's going to come from as close as possible we can get it. You know, anything from a hydraulic pipe, you know, to a tire, to fuel, to whatever. You know, we need that to keep the mine going. That will create opportunities for business around this area to actually start up and provide those services to us, and not only to us, but to others as well.
It would be great if you come and talk to us, and then we can begin to design specific support systems for anyone who is interested in investing in the UK.